What's their intention? How things going to pan out? Greetings, Richard the Urban Warlock here with another Targeted Individuals Tarot reading. So, if you think you're a targeted individual and you want to know what the intention is or what's going off in the background and how things are going to pan out, you're in the right place. If you want to personalise one of these, they're a bit shorter. It's 8 cards per spread for the private ones, but you can get a personalised Targeted Individuals Tarot reading. They're 25 quid, same day guaranteed. Just drop down to the video description, you can find the Beacons AI link there. So, let's get started and see what the intention is first off. What's going off in the background that we're wanting to know. I'm using the Gothic deck, as usual, so I'm going to go a little bit left field with this, okay? Oops, excuse me. I've just done a hex removal and return sender for a client, so I've got spell candle resonance remains around. Right, Emperor in the reverse, 4 of Wands, Sun card, 10 of Swords in the reverse. What's that? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so Emperor in the reverse. So the Emperor in the upright position, as we know, is the divine masculine. Good ruler, good leader, wise, knowledgeable, firm but fair, not afraid to fight, not afraid to change. It's in the reverse position. This is what we call toxic masculine energy. So it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. I think it's kind of like something's been cast. Okay, now 4 of Wands. One's fire action. We often call this the 1111 card, make a wish. Quite complex card, this. Engagement, marriage, happy home, happy community, celebration. I'm drawn to the moon on that. It's like a red moon. I think we've recently had a red moon, haven't we? We then got the Sun card. Now, the Sun card's normally the most positive card in the deck. However, with the recent eclipse, it's got a little bit of a feel it might have something to do with that. So, bear with me, because this... just waiting to see where this goes. Right, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. Upright position, body, swords in it. Run through. It's in the reverse position. Why it's got a little bit of a kind of attempted metaphorical resurrection energy with it. And I think it's got something to do with the eclipse. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts, and energy in. So this is normally about feeling left out in the cold. Upright position, I normally say kind of missing out on the support that's there. Reverse position, starting to realise that there is support there. Let's continue. 3 of Swords in the reverse. What's that? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Judgment, sorry. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Right, so I'm not sure where this is going. This is really tricky to read. 3 of Swords. Swords there where we think words we use. Okay, so we often call this the heartbreak card, and it's more like an anatomical heart here. Run through by swords. So this is normally when we're doing some kind of release. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Knights are about forward motion. This knight talks about either expressing ourselves or news coming in fast. Hold fire. I've never had to say hold fire in a reading so much in my life. Like I say, I'm really confused about where this is going. Judgment card. So this normally talks about internal or external judgment. Okay, we've got quite a menacing winged angel there. Okay. 6 of Swords in the reverse. So this is often about going on to calmer waters. There is some sorrow attached to it, but it's normally sod that, sod you, sod this, I'm off, I'm out of here, I'm done. God, I don't think I've had to go on to row 3 before I can even think about getting some kind of clue of where this is going. Page of Swords in the reverse. Hanged Man in the reverse. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Right, so Page of Swords in the reverse. Page is more youthful energy. This page, if it represents yourself, is about blue sky thinking, thinking outside the box, being more creative and playful. Reverse position, sticking to the tried, tested and true. If it's somebody else, it's often got a kind of monitoring vibe to this card because of the glowing eyes, and pages are often called messengers in tarot. So I think that's somebody else, okay? Hanged Man in the reverse. So Hanged Man's normally a leap of faith card. Drawn to the portal for some reason. Six of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotion. So this is normally about emotional balance. Reverse position, it's normally when one party's doing all the giving, one's doing all the taking. It's going to be an unusual one, this. I think I'm going to need all the cards out before I even get a clue. Star card in the reverse. Ten of Cups in the reverse, sorry. So Star card talks about hopes, dreams, aspirations, wishing on a bigger star. Reverse position, feeling like that's evaporating or trying to take that from you. Ten of Cups in the reverse, ten's completion cards. So it often talks about an abundance on an emotional level, some kind of wish fulfillment, manifestation, etc. Overall outcome card. Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. So in this deck, so we normally call him the banker, but on this deck he's almost like a thief. It's like he's stealing the coins. Okay. Obstacles or blockages. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So, similar to the Six of Cups, where one party's doing all the giving, one's doing all the taking, but this tends to be more on an energetic energy. Removing any blockage. I might have some clarifiers for this. Got a rough idea. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So, the Knight of Pentacles is about an offer. He's offering the pentacle. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, so it's not about rushing. So it often either talks about an offer coming in the reverse it's about refusing an offer or an offer not coming in or not pushing forwards with something. This is very tricky to read. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think I've had a reading this difficult in a long time. Right, so we've got some toxic masculine energy there. With the Four of Wands, I feel here. I think there's been some kind of magic go off round about the last full moon, and then that's been intensified when we got to the eclipse. Like I say, with that Ten of Swords in the reverse position, it's a bit like a metaphorical resurrection. Somebody's tried to resurrect themselves using the power of the moon and the sun at the expense of you, the collective. So that they can kind of come out of the cold and release what's been causing them some kind of heartache. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse there, it kind of feels like the plan backfired, because I think as part of this they needed some news to come in, probably about yourselves, and it didn't arrive. It's got an air of the messenger. I know we said pages messengers, but obviously the Knight of Swords is coming in and talks about news coming in fast. I think they were waiting for some news about you, the collective, but instead the judgment angel's been activated. Okay, it's almost like coming to hunt them down. So Six of Swords in the reverse, they've gone, right, I need to kind of scarper, I need to get out of here. And they've called off the page's energy, the monitoring energy. And then with the Hanged Man in the reverse position there, I kind of want to say they're stuck. And they can't escape through that portal that they've tried, metaphorical portal that they've tried to create. So now they're stuck emotionally because that's being taken back. It's got a little bit of an air of there might have been a touch of kind of siphoning or attempted destiny swap in here. So all that kind of stolen abundance, emotional energy is now being returned, and they're not going to get the star card that they want, and they're realising Ten of Cups, this ain't going to happen. Four of Pentacles. I feel like that they're going to try and run off with something that you have. I don't think it's a physical thing. I think it's an energetic thing. With the Knight of Pentacles there in the reverse, I think this is just confirmation that you have to have faith, belief, and knowing that what's been being sent at you is no longer coming, because they're trying to run off with the coins, because they're being hunted down by the Temperance Angel. Not Temperance Angel, sorry, the Judgment Angel. Yeah, really tricky to read that. Yeah, so somebody's tried something. It's not worked, and Judgment is now on the rampage for them. I think they've probably done something to you. They probably put some like black magic or something along those lines on. So let's go on to the divination, right? Hopefully it's going to be a little bit easier to read. We'll see. Right. Right, so 10 to find this goes chronological. If you don't subscribe, give me a subscribe, please, a like and a comment. Please also watch through my other content in the YouTube Collective playlist. I'm trying to get the watch hours up before February, so any help you can give would be very much appreciated. Right, 7 of Pentacles. Right, so they've scarpered in the 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups in the reverse, 9 of Swords in the reverse, Death card. Right, so 7 of Pentacles. So in this card, he's gone up to the tree. So I kind of feel like this is some kind of, because it's Pentacles, some kind of tree of knowledge or something. It might not be an actual kind of tree or book or whatever. It could be some kind of collective that they're going towards. We've then got the Queen of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use Queen's feminine energy. Remember, it's energy, not gender. So the Queen of Swords, by and large, is can be quite icy and cutting. But she's taking control on a mental level. She's not afraid to say a piece. Hold fire on that one. 2 of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water emotions. Upright position. This is my favourite card. I'm a Taurus. I'm ruled by Venus. I love love. This is normally the Divine Counterparts card. Okay. What I'm drawn to on this deck is that there's a figure in the background who's cloaked, who's like watching, and there's 2 crows or blackbirds. I think it's probably crows on the cups. So it's almost like that kind of monitoring energy, probably in regard to your love life, is coming to an end. 9 of Swords in the reverse. So we've got the character in bed there. The sword's actually dangling over them, looking ready to drop. It's in the reverse position. So any kind of negative headspace, any kind of putting yourself down, feeling like you're going a bit gaga, that's going to start ending because the Death card's coming in now. So they've been hunted down by Judgment, and now they're sending in the Angel of Death. Might have to really go with that, really, because normally I'd be saying something's going to, shift, get cut out, whatever. Let's see. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. 7 of Cups in the reverse. The Moon. Right, so 7 of Wands in the reverse. So this card's generally about standing your ground, or them standing their ground. In the reverse position, backing down. Okay. Yeah, they've been. I feel like they're going to get kind of, for want of a better phrase, tipped off that the Death card's after them. So they're going to start backing down. Ace of Cups in the reverse. What I'm always drawn to on this deck is it's a bit like a poison chalice, and there's a hand going towards it. So I kind of feel a little bit. So it kind of feels like this person was going to come in. Well, went to this 7 of Pentacles tree of knowledge energy, and I think the Queen of Swords is somebody who's part of that, and they've gone, no, we're not doing this. You need to leave the collective alone. So that monitoring's taken a step back. That magic that's been placed on you is taking a step back. So that's helping you shift and change the mindset. Meantime, Death card's looking for this person. So they start to back down. I think they went to the 7 of Pentacles, this tree of knowledge type energy, and wanted information on how they could basically get a poison chalice to you, or they might have gone to this 7 of Pentacles energy and said, will you work with me and give the collective this metaphorical poison chalice? Because that's been refused, that's no longer happening. 7 of Cups in the reverse. So upright positions talks about an abundance of opportunities on an emotional level. It can talk about your manifestations and your wish fulfillments. Now it's in the reverse position. I think that any opportunities that person was going to try and steal off you, that's now no longer a possibility. Moon card. So the Moon card for me talks about the unknowns. It's when we feel like something's off and we can't put a finger on it, or we're scrabbling around looking for the piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Now it's in the reverse position, so that often talks about getting some kind of clarity. The Magician. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Cups. Right, okay, so I'm going to say the Moon card is for you, okay, and I feel like you're going to get some information, some knowledge, which is going to put you into the Magician. Very positive, powerful manifestation card. So it's almost like you're going to get, with this information, you're going to get leveled up on a kind of magical energy sense. 2 of swords in the reverse. So lady there, blindfolded, cross swords, decisions. Okay, so normally this is about burying your head in the sand. So in the reverse position, not doing that anymore. On this occasion, though, I kind of want to say that the veil, the more that you start to believe in yourself, the more that you start to take control of the situation, realise your magic, for want of a better phrase, it's going to start peeling back the kind of veil from you. Knight of Cups, Knight's forward motion, that's going to allow you to start pushing forwards with what's going to make you happy. Temperance. Devil in the reverse. Right, so Temperance card talks about either, well, normally it talks about kind of pouring into your own cup, self-love, self-care, self-healing, or getting into alignment. I think it's about getting into alignment. So you're pushing forwards, getting further into alignment. Devil in the reverse. So this devil energy that's been following you around, because it's now been hunted down by the death card. I'm not saying death card's got it by yet. But it's bringing down a devil energy. And feeding into that, excuse me, authentic reading. I'm going to yawn. I sometimes burp. But I don't do confirmation burps, so I don't do confirmation yawns either. It's just a yawn, people. I'm tired. Right, overall outcome card. Page of Wands. Page is more youthful energy. So yeah, this is you. So it's about 6 months' time, able to start getting out there and going on some kind of new adventure, dipping your toe in the water with things. Obstacles or blockages. 8 of Wands in the reverse. So this generally talks about pick up in pace, new opportunities, fast-paced motion. Reverse position, feeling like life's passing us by. Hold fire. Removing any blockages. 5 of Swords. Okay, swords are where we think words. We use figure foreground. Yeah, there's 2 figures. They've laid the swords down the front, walking away. So this is about keeping a steady mindset. You're going to get what you want and you deserve. As you go forwards, it's going to take a bit of time. Oh dear, excuse me. How unprofessional. Yeah, so this person, they're going for some help at the 7 of Pentacles, but I feel like they're going to get refused by this Queen of Swords. That monitoring on either your love life or your friendship or your work, whatever your kind of 2 of Cups energy is resonating with, is going to have to take a step back, because the Queen of Swords is going to decree that needs to happen. That's going to take this kind of stress, sleepless nights, feeling like you got those swords dangling over the top of you. Okay, that's going to start easing, and then the death card's coming in. The death card's hunting this person down. They're going to have to back down. That poisoned chariot that they, poisoned chalice that they'd had intended for you ain't gonna work. Yeah, and they're going to realise that those 7 of Cups that they want to seal off you, it's no go now. Meanwhile, for you, something's going to get revealed in the Moon card. That's going to give you greater knowledge, belief, and knowing in your magic, and that will then allow another layer of the onion, the third eye onion, to be taken off, and so that you can start pushing forwards. You're going to be focusing on yourself. Okay, that's going to start breaking that devil energy, and then it's going to allow you to start pushing forwards to try new things. So overall, looking good. You just have to be a bit patient, not rushing the process. I'm so sorry. Terrible. I'm in my 40s now, so they do talk about this kind of mid-afternoon, where it's late afternoon slump. So it's quite possible that I've hit that. I need some pixie dust or whatever it's called. Like cacao type stuff. Apparently that's supposed to perk you up. Yeah, you're going to be fine. This person's going on the run. I wonder if they're going to end up taking that Ace of Cups poison chalice for themselves, to be honest with you, rather than let death come to get them. So yeah, just stand firm and stand strong with what you're doing. Know that this chapter at least is going to be coming to a close shortly, and this is level up season for you. Okay, so you've got nothing to worry about. So yeah, if you want a personalised reading, like I said, £25, targeted individuals, tarot. Like I said, they're a bit shorter than that. They're 8 cards per spread. Same day guaranteed. Just drop down to the video description, get yours today, and I will do it for you. So good luck out there. You're not going to need it. Ta-ta.